opportunity now came for Iyaboojo because she loved money. Tonto Dikeh, she want money. Now, they now went to go and do the casket advert for that man. But people don't notice that that is advert. They actually use Mohbad to do that advert. And one person now get upset because when that money was paid in a sense that, they made money. But Wummi wasn't happy. Wow. This thing was going going underground. But when the information came to me, I was like, oh, okay, Abalajo. Then another group member now came out and said, no, if I thought you people want to go and be using that one to bury Mohbad, we have our own casket. That is when I said, oh, it's that a thief shell. So there's a fight going on under with this casket. There's a casket case underground in its own. No? Nobody knew. Wow. There's another fight going on. But that man actually make advert and he actually trend. He didn't do it like that because the more he did that online, the more he make his money and pay these people. So after they've done that, there's a collusion between them. That's when that secretary, that story has not fully come out, but she will say it one day, I believe. Auntie will say it. So she will now say the reason why they went to casket place. Well, that's the last checkup. So they will say it later. So that's why everybody's scared. Nobody wants to go to Wummi area anymore. Like, this girl has actually bring us out. We that actually, it's Wummi case that bring a secretary that actually make all these things started coming out. Tonto Dikeh has to run to one corner. So when they make that VAT, they make money. Yes, they make money on Mohbad. They actually make money on Mohbad, this issue. So this casket, now the reason why they now conclude with Bella Shooter and said, you know what, Bella Shooter, you are the friend of Mohbad. If you don't put mouth, now Wummi, this is the deal with me and this girl. That DNA, we don't want to do it. So if you can put your mouth so that they can allow us to go and bury Mohbad. Now Bella, they have to persuade Bella. She made it, Bella still make mistake. He regretted it. It didn't come out again. He regretted it. He thought when he put his mouth, they will now say, okay, let's go and bury. But so by the time he now accepts that, they make money from the casket, the advert they did. Now they now use Bella Shooter to now cover up. Now this is the deal between them. That auntie, look at what they are hammering on DNA. What can we do to cover up? So let's use Bella. So Bella now agreed to come and do it. He even came out in Punch. That Bella Shooters, whatever, And after that day, the second day, Iyaboojo now came out just to follow the trend. But people now get upset. What happened is the industry, Wummi and Naira Marley and Liam case that killed Mohbad. 4 things. I've been saying this since 2 weeks or 6 weeks ago. It's 4 things that killed Mohbad. He was able to channel himself out of all this trouble and wage war with music with those people. So you know the way Gist Lover used to do it. Let me give you one scenario. Gist Lover is just two people. The writer and the informant. The informant is, now I'm a woman. If I sleep with your husband and I have a camera, this is how they make their money. I have my camera and I ask you to come and sleep with me. And you eventually fall into my trap and I camera you the way you're naked. I will stop that camera. I will stop you. I said, no, I'm not interested anymore. I don't want to sleep with you anymore. I'll capture your nakedness. So by the time this lover will now send you email with your nakedness, these are the trick of all of them. When I will now send you your nakedness, you have to pay money. Is it that £5,000 or 10,000? You have to pay it. You don't want your nakedness to go out. Shout out to my sister, Tiwa Savage. When the news came, he said, Kunida, 20 million. Go and put it out there. Put it out there, I don't care. They threatened her for 20 million. Because the person that took that information to Gist Lover actually want to do business with them. But Tiwa Savage said, good job. Oh yeah. And they eventually put it out there. Please, when Queen died, who went there to go and sing? Tiwa Savage. She made her money back. That 20 million you say you are asking for, you won't get it. So this is exactly what Gist Lover, that is their business. So if you fall into their trap, they will send you your video. And nobody will hear all these things. And that news is still coming next week. All these people that dupe, yeah, it's coming. Everybody, there's protests going on underground. Everybody just say, see, when you are doing your research, you need to touch some areas that you can get your information. Is that you pay money to get all this thing? Because the person that have that CCTV of Mohbad essentially want money. Some people have interest in that DNA. That's why that DNA is taking longer. At Dubin, somebody have get their hand on that CCTV. I bet you today, I'll confess. But for the father, that thing is still holding out, is still hanging. You know, there's a lot of ebel. The way they begged Baba 2 weeks ago and last week, Baba still telling them, no, could just say, we can't bury Mohbad. No. They've been begging Baba. That's why they generate that anger. She's not supposed to be the one to talk. It's supposed to be about Iyaboojo. Iyaboojo has begged Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad said no. Because there's still a lot of things to cover up. And this man said, we want DNA. My fans said they want DNA. It's not me. It's my fans now. Forget about fans, Baba. Let's bury this guy. We know yes. Let's bury this guy. Baba said no. Look at how he said he wants to disgrace Baba. So she now used Abiomo style. That all the stupid or all the lovely women in the house, I know you people are beautiful, but there's some stupid ones. They will now trend into Wummi the way she said, Papa Mohbad, I know a lot of things about you. Why don't you go to the corona to go and say whatever you are saying now? So everything you are telling us now is fake. Everything is fake. So for you to know that all this thing has been planned, Papa Mohbad has the checkup. The table has turned for Papa Mohbad. The table has turned for Baba Mohbad now. So Baba Mohbad has to check up. If Baba Mohbad should just fail. Let me now give you an answer.
They are not legally married. And that is why all of this is happening. If they are legally married, let us be frank and honest with ourselves. The wife has all rights to claim the property. Not all, maybe not all, but in the court of law, she has the right to claim 60%.
Is that correct, Papiriano?
Yes. Yes.
If they are legally married,
hold on, ma'am. Hold on, Miss Glow, something Glow. Hold on.
Okay.
Now, hold on. Oh, so, but you told me there were 3 marriages that are identified. Hold on, please. Let me clarify something. Papiano just you enumerated 4 types of marriages and 3 that are recognized. Now she's saying legally married. So the distribution of property depends on the type of marriage. I'm asking Papiano this question.
Again, yes. Again, it has to do with the legitimacy. If indeed Wummi was married to Mohbad, let's take that as a case study. It's good to work with example practical. If Wummi was married to Mohbad, okay, and the family of Mohbad recognized that as a marriage, whether they like, they go to customary court to get a certificate or not. As long as that family do not have issue, they recognize her as a wife of their son, okay, when their son was alive. Now, if there is a son, if there are children in that marriage, if there's just 1 or 2 or 3, okay, now it now depends on that family. If the wealth is too much, okay, they will give that lady a lot, okay. But if those sons are grown up, let's say for example, if that man is in his 60 and we have kids that are 20, that are 25, 18, they are grown up, okay, those kids, as I've said again, we have the Idigi method to share property and we have the Ori-Ojori. So the firstborn is Dawudu. Okay, that's how we say Dawudu, or the firstborn, will now take charge. Dawudu will call his brothers, all of them, they will gather. They will be the one to discuss their father's property, not the wife, not the mother. Sure, we believe that the children will take care of their mother.
You are disputing what you just said then.
You are
disputing what she just analyzed.
No, it all depends on, like, we're using age right now. That if the man
what she said is, regardless of the age, if they are legally married, the wives get, I think she mentioned 60% And I'm asking you, I said, is that correct, Papriano? Because she used the word legally married.
Okay,
and I asked you to answer that.
What I want you to understand here, okay? If you relax a little bit, these things, don't forget, most of our customary laws or customs, they are not written laws. These are things that are automatic that we know. They're not written law. Before Europeans, we don't have most of us don't have written constitutions. These are just traditions that we have cultivated for a very, very long time, which we believe that this is how it's been done. All right? So, and I'm saying that, let's say that Wummi and Mohbad are not married, okay? They are together and they have kids. And the family recognizes them as husband and wife, like they have been living together. Forget about anything legal. What makes it legal? It's either the state, the Nigerian where they are, Nigeria where we are, or these families, they don't have problems. In this case of Mohbad, Mohbad's father seems not to recognize the marriage. And if he doesn't recognize that marriage, the only thing that Wummi can use to prove that there was a marriage, Wummi needed to have had a certificate because we are in Nigeria. Okay, so at least Nigeria will help Wummi to win because we are not in Yoruba country or Yoruba nation. So now Wummi will take him to the court that, this certificate of our marriage. With that certificate, whatever benefit and right that is in the law, in that English law, to a spouse, will go to Wummi. Customary law will not be used here. It's that English law that ascertained that marriage that will speak out. But let's say it was traditional stuff, like there was no, Wummi does not have any certificate, anything that can show that she was married and bounded to this family. She will not go to the court. You don't go to the court for sentiment. You don't have proof. Now you are at the mercy of that family. If the family don't recognize your marriage as a marriage, there's nothing you will do. Because common law, common marriage doesn't work in Nigeria. Only certificate is what makes your marriage legal. So if your marriage is legal, family will not come in to tell you what to do. The English law will speak for you.
So Ms. Glow, Papriano has disputed what you said.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I was talking to Ms. Glow. I said,
It's a misunderstanding with her. Believe me, let me speak to her. Eldora, are you there?
I mean, yes, we are here to rub minds.
Yeah, I know, she misused the wrong term. I know what she was saying. You are the one that didn't understand. Me, I understand what she was saying. She was on the aspect of customary law.
Yes, yes.
Whether the family recognize that marriage. Not legally.
She said legally. She used the word legally.
Let me explain myself again. I saw someone writing in the comment section that, okay, there's something called customary law. I understand marriage. I understand that. But we don't, I'm in Nigeria. Let us just be frank and honest with ourselves. We don't use that here in Nigeria. There is the law, fine, but we do not recognize it. People do not enforce it. That's why they do shout for.
Which law?
Customary marriage, like this. The customary.
Do you know what customary marriage?
Yes.
Why this we don't
customary law? Yes.
Let me explain myself. She meant like, okay, she meant that their marriage is recognized, like what they did, like this Mohbad and Wummi, what they did is customary. It's called customary marriage. That was what she meant.
Like what? Like what? Explain to us the kind of marriage so that we are clear. That
the kind of marriage Mohbad and Wummi did. She said it is recognized as customary law. In the comment section,
what is customary marriage? Can you explain customary marriage to the best of your own knowledge? Maybe we can add something to you. Customary marriage on its own. What do you understand by it?
It's getting married in your own tradition, something like that. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Okay, sorry. Let me just add something to you before you continue. Customary marriage is the situation whereby you marry in your own tradition, just like you said. Okay, which is introduction, engagement, and you go to the customary court to take a form that will make it legal.
No. We are not talking about going to the court now to take just that.
Edora, here's something. There's nothing like customary marriage without going to the court to finalize it. Whatever Wummi and Mohbad did, dowry, introduction, dowry, if they did not go to customary court, we have 704 local governments in Nigeria. Each of them has customary court. If they did not go there to confirm it. It's just like you go to school, you don't have certificate. You wrote exam. You said, oh, this guy was sitting with me in the exam hall. That person was sitting with me. They said, where's the certificate of your school? Or testimony? You don't have. Testimonial, you don't have. And you said you went to school. So the Nigerian government has made it easy.
Sorry,
After you have done your tradition,
sorry, please. I understand you, but I want you to check the dictionary before you say these things. On the dictionary, explain what customary marriage to be. It is just this tribal tradition marriage that you do between yourself, but they are telling us there that the wife has the same rights. Check the dictionary now.
Yeah, that's not dictionary for you. I'm saying that you know what you should
check
do.
You have
to go to the court.
You have to go to the court. Every marriage in Nigeria that has to do with tribe. If you don't go to the court,
did you understand what I'm saying?
It is not a must. It depends on your agreement.
Marriage. That is what I'm saying.
Edward, let's do something clear. Wait, Edward, let me differentiate between English marriage. We have English marriage and customary marriage. The difference is this: in English marriage, okay, you and your partner, maybe with some witness, you guys just go to the registry, okay, straight. You don't need to do all those English wedding. You don't need to do nothing. Just take your certificate, your document as required by the form. You go there. You make signature, they assess it, you have married. Fine. Okay, that is the English law. Under the English law, that is the process. Okay, but under the customary law says that you guys do your tradition, do your introduction, do your whatever. Then, after you have done those things, then bring yourself. Customary law in Nigeria require you to bring yourself in customary court to sign a form.
My bro,
to
sorry,
give you certificate. That's what it requires you in Nigeria. Just because you have done introduction,
you don't have to go to a registry or a court. Wait, you don't have to go to a registry or a court to take a customary marriage.
My bro, they brought this in.
Check the meaning before you argue. That's what I'm saying. That is not the meaning of customary marriage.
There are a lot of agendas.
Okay, you know what I want to ask you. Okay, please. If you have a time right now, just go and Google how to ascertain marriage in Nigeria. Quickly do that right now.
I'm not saying that.
No. I don't want to dispute what you have not researched, which I've researched. I will not argue with you. I'll give you a benefit of doubt.
Bro, you see,
no. Don't do that. I will not do that. No, I will not do that. Don't use your common sense. This is law of Nigeria. Go and check, please. Just Google right now. Everybody here, Google. Yeah. I said, no, I don't. This is wrong. Don't give me what is wrong. We have debated it over and over here. How long will I be teaching you guys this all the time? In Nigeria, you do introduction, you do engagement, you pay dowry. It's not marriage. Under the law, it's not marriage.
So, Papiano, what kind of marriage did Wummi do?
Can I ask you something, please?
What Wummi did right? Okay. Wummi did introduction and did engagement where dowry was paid, whatever. Okay. Now the way it is, right? Because Nigeria is a country where law is, where document is tendered in the court if there is dispute or anything, right? The family did whatever they wanted to do, their custom. They did it somewhere, wherever they chose to do it. Okay. So now, if there was no dispute, if there was no quarrel between the two families, they would have settled their things traditionally. All right. So if there's going to be any dispute in the future, whatever they have done, the government don't know about it. Only they know about it. So what government required you to have done is that anytime you do introduction, you do your engagement, come to your local government with your spouse.
Okay. So you've not answered my question. Hold on. What Wummi did, let me rephrase my question. Maybe I didn't phrase it well. What Wummi did, hold on. What Wummi did. Let me ask you this way. Let me ask you this question this way.
Wait. Let me make it easy, please. Wummi did introduction and engagement.
Sorry, please, let him.
They did not go to the customary court.
Let me ask you my question. You've explained that. I know what Wummi did. With what Wummi did, we all know that. With what she did, by your own understanding, is she entitled to anything legally?
Never.
And then the case closed.
That's what I'm saying. The father don't recognize the two families. The father of Mohbad.
I'm not talking about the father legally.
Now, I'm giving you. Let me teach you something, please. I'm a teacher, please. I'm a teacher right now. Let me teach you what something is. I'm bringing my intelligence, everything that I'm bringing to this case of Mohbad. You guys don't want to recognize this thing. Please listen to what you don't know. I'm saying that the way this is done is like this. The two families came together to marry. Now that they are married, only two of them understand that this marriage was made. Government don't know what they have done. Since they did not go to the government, when they will be having their dispute, if they go to the government, how will they show that there was marriage? No way. So government will not accept whatever they have done as marriage. For government to have accepted whatever you have done as marriage in Nigeria, they expected after you have done those your thing to have at least go into some documentation so that if there is dispute tomorrow, government will look into that certificate and look into that law and give you the benefit that comes with it. In this case now, if Mohbad father said, I don't recognize whatever marriage that happened, it did not happen the way it's supposed to be, I don't recognize it. Even if indeed you were there, you were eating rice, you say, I was there, I saw it that day. When you guys go to the customary court, to the court that day, court will ask, did you guys marry? This family said we married, this one said we don't marry, I don't accept, there's nothing like marriage. Now, what do you want court to do? Court will ask, do you have a certificate? I don't have a certificate. Then what is the marriage?
Okay.
Case dismissed.
So what you are saying now is that what Wummi did is null and void.
Exactly. If Wummi did not register it, it's null and void.
Let me first of all put this out there. According to what Papriano is saying, if anybody is here listening, I mean, it's good to learn. If you are here listening and you are just doing introduction and engagement and living with a man, you better go and legitimize it.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
So that such things or such a situation like this will not be happening. So, I mean, that is why I said we are not debating, we are learning. Like I said, I don't know. So, we have done our engagement, we are now husband and wife, and you are living together and start having kids, and you forget to go to the court to legitimize it. Then Papriano is saying, I don't know, but he's saying that he's null and void. So if you are single, as a woman or as a man, whatever you are, if you want anything and God forbid anything happen, you want to keep your husband estate for your kids, go to the court and just the two of you legitimize it. If I understand him clearly.
Yes. And it's more benefited to a woman because in Nigeria there's so much oppression on women.